In terms of wine consumption, number one actually is the Vatican.
Sila talaga.
The Vatican. Well, pero hindi sila masyadong kinoconsider kasi iba sila maliit lang sila na country. The Vatican consumes around 70 to 75 liters per person per year.
Grabe.
But the Philippines, alam niyo kung ilan? 0.2 liters. So around 200 ml lang per person per year. The mission is, hopefully, in 10 years, possibly, or within a certain period of time, yung 0.2 liters per person na consumption per year, mataasan na natin, maging 20 liters. Ang sinasabi ng mga tao, ang cheap daw yung Novelino. Yes, it's cheaper. The price point is affordable than the other imported ones. But, you have to consider na hindi kasi siya imported.
Kaya cheaper.
Try mo, kunyari imported yung Novelino, syempre, pag pinatawan din yun ng tax, syempre, mamahal din yan. I think one key aspect as well that's needed is expertise. Knowing your market, knowing the brand, knowing consumer behaviors and all that, as well as expertise in terms of the numbers. Okay. Every time you present to the account, your numbers should actually really paint the picture of what's really happening in the trade.
Part naman sa kahit yung forecasting, di ba? Parang yun ang mag-identify sa iyo kung gaano ka as a good salesman. The best paid people in the world are those that are thinkers, di ba? Yung plano. Gaano tayo kagaling mag-forecast, mag-see into the future. Di ba? And that takes like experience. Hindi mo yan madadaan sa YouTube, di ba? As much as YouTube can teach you. Okay guys, welcome. Good evening. Dito ulit tayo sa another podcast of 4700 with Kenneth, Ariel, Carl, and right now with Bim Labalan.
Hello po.
So, what's up Bim? Welcome back sa Sorsogon. You just had your birthday. Ilang taon ka na po?
32.
32? Same age. Same age.
Kakagraduate mo lang. How was it? How was your birthday?
Okay naman. Masaya. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you for choosing
Here.
showroom.
So, we had the party here sa showroom. And definitely, maganda yung vibe dito talaga, promise.
Diba?
And worth it. Cost. Very light lang.
Very
but,
ito ka sa worth it and cost.
Tapos medyo tawag na maganda feng shui eh. Di ba? Medyo ang gusto kong feng sui.
Yeah.
May something.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
So yun, we were able to we're glad na andito si Bim para talk about his stuff as well. Pabalik na rin siya ng Manila, di ba? Mag-South Road kayo.
Yes.
But key account supervisor for Novelino Wines. Bim is pero Novelino Wines ba yung official name?
Well, the company is called Calabria.
Calabria. Yung pala nakita ko.
Novelino is the brand that we carry. Ayun,
solid bro.
So specifically, you work for the brand na Novelino?
No, I work for Calabria, for the company.
Na Calabria. Okay.
Alright.
So, how do you want to start this, Carl? Kasi ako, I wanna know exactly how he does his work on a typical day. What does a key
account supervisor
does?
Because here at 4700 we talk about again businesses, money, entrepreneurship, tech, health and fitness, AI as well, and how everything incorporates in whatever you do in life. Kasi minsan sometimes may mga nag-reach out sa amin na I love that episode, di ba? Parang they learn a lot from the episode. So it's a good glimpse on how the wine business is doing in the Philippines, di ba? So what do you what does a typical day look like to you, Bim?
Ayun, so for
life.
me, kung ang day-to-day talaga,
A day in the life of Bim.
typically what I do at the start of the day is I start with a rundown of kung ano yung mga nagawa na per account. So usually I focus or ang division ng effort kasi or yung division ng focus is naka-follow pa rin siya sa Pareto principle.
Ano Pareto principle?
Well, Pareto principle is very common principle siya sa sa industry. I mean sa consumer goods. Or actually not just consumer goods but in sales industry kasi Pareto principle means that parang 80% of the business is actually parang nakukuha lang from 20% of the efforts or the accounts that you have. Kasi 20% kasi you have, let's say 100 clients.
Okay.
Pero Pareto principle states that 80% of the business ay nanggagaling dun sa top 20 lang.
Okay.
So syempre,
Out of that 100 clients, 20.
logically,
Alright.
it follows na you have to focus
The big accounts.
yung mga focus mo talaga or the effort or the energy, syempre, pinakamabigat na i-focus mo doon sa top 20 accounts.
Alright.
Kasi sila yung nagko-comprise ng 80% ng business mo eh. So that's what I do. Rundown ako muna ng mga accounts ko, ano ba yung mga kailangan. But typically, the day-to-day means for a key accounts supervisor is, syempre, number one, aligning with the accounts in terms of deliverables or mga help needed. Kung kunyari, ano ba yung mga kailangan na tulong ng mga accounts ko, ano ba yung mga nasa email. Syempre, i-check mo isa-isa yung mga email.
Ano ba yung example ng accounts na parang ito ba yung parang client business, SM ba to? 7-Eleven, mga ganun ba?
Well,
Yung ba yung...
we're naman kasi Novellino is the parang I think the only locally made wine that's nationally distributed. Meaning we're present in almost all retail stores.
Alright.
Like the major stores. As a key account supervisor, I focus mainly on the national chains. So that means supermarkets, convenience store chains, also yung mga drugstores that are national chains that carry alcohol or beverages, ganyan.
Okay.
So ayun. So typically after answering yung mga what are the help needed from the accounts, I look into syempre I ensure that the deliveries are aligned. Kumbaga tama yung mga POs or mga purchase orders na i-process ng team namin ng logistics and ng ng plant team sa planta namin. And we ensure na dapat on time din yung mga deliveries namin. So
lalo
after that,
lalo na mga peak season, lalo na yung
yes,
December.
yes. Well, basically
quarter.
most of the beverages naman are especially the mga wines are always Christmas ang season talaga.
Malakas eh.
OND.
Malakas ang consumption.
Yes.
Or pag Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Minsan nga parang it's I think around already mga 30 to 40% of the total business.
Talaga.
Ang pa lang, yung
fourth quarter talaga.
OND pa lang, October to December, that's already parang 40% of the business.
Okay.
Talaga.
So do you handle a team right now?
No, individual. Kasi I think if you've heard already some interviews sa boss ko, he said now, the team that handles Novellino is actually only 30 people.
Wow.
30,
super lean lang talaga.
30 employees lang kami.
This is for the entire Philippines.
Entire
no?
na yan. Entire
Okay.
Philippines.
Okay.
That includes the sales team, marketing, yung production, logistics, finance.
And you are one of the 30.
Yes.
Okay.
So kasama na ako dun sa 30 na yun. So mostly, even as a key account supervisor, wala talaga akong hinahandle directly. But I handle people indirectly because we have third-party agencies and we also have yung mga distributors namin.
Yeah.
So some distributors have their sales team.
Yeah.
So indirectly, I handle them as well. Kumbaga, the directives that come from us as a principal is parang directed towards
Through you.
sa mga sales team.
Okay.
So kami yung nagbibigay ng mga directives, ano yung mga kailangan i-focus, saan dapat alin yung mga areas na kailangan ng tulong, alin yung mga variants ng wines natin na kailangan i-push pa sa market kasi unavailable, ganyan.
Actually, ano ba mga variants ng Novellino, bro? Parang ang alam ko lang yung sweet part, yung sweet variant lang.
Yeah.
Tapos sa box.
Yeah, okay. So, sige, bigay ko yung parang portfolio ng Novellino. So, the most basic wine that we have is the Rosso Classico and the Bianco Classico. So Rosso Classico means the classic red wine, and the Bianco Classico means the classic white wine naman. And dyan na nagsistem lahat ng other variants.
Okay.
So we have casual wines. Ito yung mga top sellers talaga natin because these wines are infused with different fruit flavors.
Okay.
Let's say for example lang natin, yung namin strawberry passion.
Mm.
It's basically Rosso Classico but infused with
It's
strawberry.
flavor. Alright.
And yung wild blackberry naman namin
Another
is
variant.
infused with blackberry.
Okay.
While on the white wine side, may isa rin tayong casual wine na Luscious Peach. So white wine siya infused with peach flavor or peach extract
Yeah.
ng fruit. And then if we go higher up, kasi itong sweet wines, itong basic yung classic wines and then yung casual wines, these are all 4.5% alcohol content lang.
Okay.
And if we go a step higher, we enter into our Vivace line. Itong Vivace namin, we have two, Rosso Vivace and Bianco Vivace. So basically it's Rosso Classico and Bianco Classico na parang in-step up, meaning tinaasan yung alcohol content niya.
Okay.
So it's a little less sweet, a little more cake,
Bitter.
but also in-sparkling siya. So it's carbonated and parang sparkling wine siya.
Okay.
Mas
Now-
matagal ba ang pag-ferment niya kumpara
Yes,
sa normal
Basically, if you ferment for a longer period, then you definitely will have more alcohol content.
Okay.
Ganun
And
pala.
less sweet siya. Because basically kung the alcohol is from the sugar of the grapes. So yun parang that's the process of creating wine is
Okay.
fermenting.
Alright.
Kasi diba sa ibang bansa talaga, diba parang may mga barrels talaga sila na parang winery na parang
Yes.
1899. Siyempre, mas expensive pag mas matagal kasi mas
Mm.
exclusive talagang. Meron ba kayong mga gano'n na parang nung 1980s pa? Or
Hindi
parang-
naman not necessary kasi our wines are made for consumption
Oo.
So hindi siya made for like storing.
Yeah.
Kumbaga-
may different na ganun.
Tsaka actually, if it's already on the bottle, hindi na yan mag-age talaga.
Once it's-
Aging is
okay.
in the
Barrel.
the barrel.
Okay.
If you're yung mga ganun na mga regional wines that are dry wines, so kumbaga kasi pag pinapa-ferment mo yun, 100% fermentation na yun. Meaning all the sugars are broken down into alcohol.
Okay.
Mhm.
Got it. So you have the classic line, the Vivace.
We have the classic, the
Oo.
casual,
Okay.
the Vivace line.
Okay. And then
We also have the light variants.
okay.
So the light variants are
pang chill
basically hindi siya light because lower ang alcohol content yun, no.
But
It's light because the calories are lower.
may ganun pa pala.
Mas siya, mas pang healthy ba? Healthy.
Yeah.
But we only have 3. Ang ginawan lang namin ng light variants is yung Rosso Classico, yung Strawberry Passion,
Okay.
and yung Rosso Vivace. So we have the Rosso Classico Light, Strawberry Passion Light, and the Rosso Vivace Light.
All right.
Then we move into our Traditionale line. We only have one wine, and this is already semi-dry, meaning close to dry na siya. It has 9.5% alcohol. So a little, sobrang konti na lang yung sweetness niya. And yung alcohol level niya is 9.5 na, almost dry na. Kasi dry wines are around 12 to 15% na .
Yes.
So yun yung namin. But we also have the imported variants. Yung imported variants namin, these are wines that we import from Italy.
Meron ba kayong imported? Akala ko lahat locally sourced and produced here in the Philippines.
Yung majority ng lines namin. But we have itong tatlo na to, these are all dry wines. So we don't do dry wines kasi here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yung dry wines namin, we import it from Italy. And ito yung kakaiba na namin na mga bottles namin. Hindi siya same dun sa bottles namin because their bottles is yung mga traditional na long bottles. But it's still our brand. And it has DOC certification. Kumbaga certified siya ng DOC. It's parang a certifying body in Italy that you know,
International
basically
standard.
certifies the wine.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Na, it's a good wine from a specific region in Italy.
Kasi we were talking about earlier, di ba, na parang, ba't ganito talaga specific bottle ng Novellino, di ba? Parang, iba siya sa typical na parang long,
Yeah.
slim bottle, di ba?
Mm.
So, tell us about that, about that part.
Yeah. So ever since ganun talaga yung bottle ng Novellino
In the
and
chubby.
yes, and it's unique. Parang hindi siya nagko-conform din sa mga traditional na wine bottles. It makes it more unique for us, and we also have our brand name parang embossed on the
Sa
bottle.
bottle mismo.
Oo. And if you look at it sa shelf kasi, mas maano siya mas malapad siya, meaning
More space.
it gets more space.
It's more space.
So yeah, it gets more space and the display will make it parang pop out more.
Yun pala yung purpose na sa bagay.
Yeah.
Mag-walk out talaga kasi parang pag
Pag pare-parehas kasi,
Oo,
di
diba?
ba? Parang
oh,
masyado na siyang basic masyado.
masyado.
Pero yung sa bottle namin, and we've
And you source this out
yes,
internationally, di ba? But wala ba sa Philippines na
nag-ano.
gumagawa ng
Kumbaga,
mga
with the
bottles?
standards that we're setting for our bottles. Kasi it's important na dapat itong bottle namin is mako-contain niya and mapoprotect niya yung kung ano yung laman. And hindi siya the quality of this bottle can only be sourced from
Sa Italy.
not Italy. I think it's somewhere here in Asia as well.
Okay. Alright. So that gives us more idea of how wide or how big the products are with Novellino. Hindi lang pala siya yung natikman ko nung una. Pero
So
actually,
we have 17. We have 17 wines.
Talaga?
17.
Same bottle ba? Or parang different lang lang may nakalagay sa boxan? Kasi
Yeah, it differs in labels lang and content. Out of those 17, yung tatlo doon, yung imported, yun yung parang iba yung bote. Yun yung traditional na bote.
I'm curious, sino ba yung number one competitor?
I can't say.
No mentioning talaga, cannot.
I can't say, pero Novellino has been the number one wine in the Philippines.
Alright.
In terms of market share, basically, number one talaga ang Novellino.
Parang on top of my mind, I have a name. Ayoko lang banggitin.
Meron ba? Wala akong paisip eh. Or
Si
mga Sino?
Si
Big Nay. Big Nay sa na mga galing sa Baguio. Pero those are more local wines. Kumbaga mas local pa sa local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pero I have no idea.
Or ilaban mo sa tuba.
Mas gusto ko ang ng Novellino. Tsaka generally mas tanggap sila ng mga, 'di ba, ng parents natin pag December.
Yeah.
Pag birthdays, mas
parang nasa table
prefer
lagi
nila
siya.
Mas gusto nila
So,
talaga,
it's part
diba?
of the
Mas
table.
meron na yung taste eh.
Yeah, the reason why Novellino was made by our founder Sir Nonoy around 1999. We're actually on our 26th year right now. It was founded, I mean, the wine was created to address the palate of the Filipino. Kasi tayo mga Pinoy,
Design for Filipinos talaga.
Mahilig tayo sa matamis.
Matamis, yes.
Spaghetti, matamis. Diba? Ulam natin, humba. Yan, yung baboy natin, matamis. Yung ham natin, sweet, diba? Sweet yung ham. So the Novellino wines were made really to make sure that it's within the palate of the Filipino people.
Alright. Parang that clears it up. You've mentioned you're partnered with a lot of businesses. Diba? Pero how do you keep the relationship? How long have you been with Novellino pala?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2
This
years.
November, yeah.
And talking to Bim right now, what sets this conversation different from the previous podcast that we had? Sila, they came from Manila and now here in Sorsogon.
Yeah.
But Bim is the other person. Iba naman siya. You used to work here, pero ngayon, you're based in Manila. Tama ba ako?
Well, ever since I've worked different
Bumalik-balik lang.
places.
Okay.
Prior to Novelino, I was assigned in Visayas when I was still with Unilever.
Okay.
Yun yung
All over
And
the
before that, I was in Manila.
Okay.
Kumbaga, although assigned ako dito,
Mhm.
when I was with Food Panda naman, my area is Bicol.
Okay.
Oo. Pero
So,
Food Panda,
assignment.
syempre, basically, doon pa rin ako na-hire.
Mhm.
Technically, Manila-based pa rin, pero dito ako naka-assign. Kasi yung area na hawak ko is Bicol.
Okay. Pero kumusta? Kasi I'm also curious myself. I used to work in Manila before pandemic and then after pandemic I have no idea what it's like now. Kumusta? Kumusta ang buhay sa Manila ngayon?
Actually, hindi ako nakatira sa Manila.
Okay,
I live in
particular?
Laguna.
Okay.
Oo. Pero, basically, ganun pa rin naman yung Manila eh. Whatever happened during the pandemic, wala na. Parang wala nang trace of the pandemic. Wala ka nang nakikita masyadong naka-face mask. Wala na rin yung mga hygiene spots or mga parang mga paalala na ganito, ganyan, no more social distancing, everything. Wala na. It's back to normal or I think maybe even worse. The traffic
It's
has
the
gone
new
worse.
worst normal.
The cost of everything is a lot higher now compared to before.
So, parang it's worse.
Well, sabi nga di ba ng ibang tao daw na parang sino ba nagsabi na kapag mas mataas na yung traffic, meaning booming daw yung economy.
Hindi na mabalik.
Hindi ba dapat pag
Diba?
pag na-address yung traffic, mas
Mali pa daw.
Mahirap na kasi bro sa Manila masyado. Traffic pa lang parang waste of time.
Kasi that's the reason why I moved from Makati to Laguna. Parang I'd rather parang I chose to live outside of Metro Manila because from di tayo eh, diba? Bicolano. So, syempre, mas gusto mo yung buhay probinsya.
Yeah.
So ako, I went back to Los Baños where I studied.
Yeah.
Tapos doon ako naghanap ng matitirahan.
Yeah. Pero just to circle back, I asked you because I wanna know how did you handle the transition because you've been with Novelino for 2 years. Yeah. Fairly new, I think. How did you handle the pressure in making sure na yung dating nasa position mo has established good relationship with the partners? Paano mo sila ngayon kinikip?
Well, very fast-paced ang environment ng consumer goods. And I think that kapag nasa key accounts ka kasi, mabilis ang transition, mabilis ang papalit-palit.
Yeah.
There are a lot of restructuring that happens. Not just hindi lang siya annual na restructuring. Most of the time, parang multiple times in 1 year. Let's say for example, I have certain accounts na parang the set of people that I talk to aren't the same people that I've talked to last year.
Kasi nagka-transition 2 years, may change.
Internally din sa mga businesses.
Although it's important to establish relationships with them, although kahit short while lang, syempre, you have to parang create your brand or parang your identity as the person representing Novelino or the person representing a certain company. Kailangan mo pa rin yung i-establish every time someone new walks in.
Yeah.
And for me, parang although this is a business, there's always going to be a certain level of casualness in the approach of talking to certain key stakeholders ng mga accounts or ng mga businesses. Kasi tao pa rin naman tayo eh.
Yes.
Hindi naman tayo mga robot na nauutusan lang ganito, ganyan. May mga certain leeways. You have to, of course, provide certain leeways or parang certain na parang pabor sa mga tao para syempre mauna number one makuha mo yung loob nila.
Yeah.
And at certain times na kailangan mo naman ng pabor, parang you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Tama.
Kasi hindi lang naman tayo yung nag-gain.
Agree.
Even them, they gain as well. This is a business wherein dapat laging win-win ang solution to everything. So we provide that level of parang leeway to our stakeholders, and also a certain parang level of expertise din when it comes to the business.
Yeah. Parang you have that standard, but at the same time, it's not a one size fits all
No.
situation.
It's never
It's
that way.
never.
Kung ganun lang yun, kung one size
Tama.
fits all, sobrang dali lang.
Pwedeng robot na yung
Kung pwede
ilagay.
lang, di ba? Kung pwede lang, promise.
Parang copy
Pero
paste
hindi
lang yung
talaga.
strategy.
Magkakaiba talaga ang nuances, or parang mga iba-iba ang how to handle each account.
Yeah.
Kakaiba.
So, you've mentioned that there are a lot of ways on how you approach stakeholders, partners, or businesses. Meron ba that comes into mind right now that you find most memorable?
Mahal ko naman lahat ng accounts ko, for the record.
Easy, ganun talaga mag-establish.
Well, naman, but
Hindi mo left out.
not to name names,
Okay. Sige.
But there's a certain account na I had that I was able to parang, kasi the way I approach each account is hindi ako focus talaga sales agad. Hindi eh. Kasi ang pinaka-importante na kailangan mong gawin as a person in sales is to establish protocols and to make sure operationally that everything is good. So parang marami kang kailangan i-fix operationally and everything follows. Kumbaga, the sales and everything will follow as long as dapat ma-fix mo internally kung ano yung mga kailangan i-fix operationally, meaning logistics, availability, finance. Kasi possible na parang baka kaya hindi umu-order sa yung account kasi
wala.
Ang dami kang backlog sa mga claims nila kailangan mong bayaran. So marami kang kailangan i-consider, not just yung strategy mo for the sales. So for me, naging memorable sa akin yung isang account is because coming into Novelino, I was trying to study how everything works. Kasi coming from a different industry, magkakaiba din yung approach.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of ano ba yung kailangan gawin para dito sa certain account na to for us to be able to grow the business. So what I did was I nitpick operationally kung ano yung mga kailangan ayusin operationally, and fortunately in the span of less than 2 years we're able to double the size of the business.
Nice.
Solid.
Oo. And we were able to establish parang a system na that works. Na tipong kahit iwan ko muna siya for a while, hindi siya parang magsasakam. Na parang hindi siya magbe-breakdown.
In a way, automated na siya, di ba?
Parang ganun. Kasi we aim to parang magawa yung ganun na parang operationally or parang physically you won't be doing anything much at all. But we establish a certain system that works na even if tomorrow palitan ako and I put in someone there, it's still going to work.
Okay.
Diba?
So the goal really is
wag ka naman kasama tomorrow.
Wag naman tomorrow.
They're doing so well, I think.
Pero yung ganun sa mga businesses, di ba? Parang they really push into automation. Tapos, but the fear sa employee side is, pag ginawa ko na to lahat ng SOPs, templates, and systems, baka mabilis na ako palitan. So, yun, alam mo, may disconnect really, di ba?
Well, in our company, iba yung mindset namin. We want this na parang kasi ang pinaka major investment that one of the major investments that we had in the company is digitizing. So before kasi basically ang ginagawa namin lahat ng sales and namin mano-mano, we use Excel. Like tracking yung sales, tracking yung sales orders, and tracking as well yung availability. Mano-mano. Gumagawa kami ng sheets talaga sa Google Sheets ganyan. Tapos hiraman ng access. Ganyan. Pero ngayon we were able to invest in a company that helps us build our parang system that handles everything from end to end.
Emails,
inventory, not yet wala pa
Ano
doon sa
yung
emails. More on parang inventory,
POS
to
system.
submission of POs,
Mm.
to fulfillment, order fulfillment, and tracking ng sales, ng availability, all the metrics that we need. Even yung yung account receivables and finances, lahat nandun na sa system na yun.
Within 2 years
And
lang.
within 2 years, we were
Really?
able to establish that. Although, syempre, marami pa rin siyang parang growing pains and we're still learning. Pero, ang mindset kasi namin sa company is, we have to do this not really to replace the people, but for the people to focus more on other things na can help grow the business pa. Kasi for example, ako, sa sales ako, di ba? Paano kapag majority ng time ko nauubos sa kaka-admin, di ba? Kaka-input ng mga POs, aabutin ko nyari ng 5 oras para matapos. And basically with the system, parang it shortens that time eh. And that, mind you that system is also integrated with AI. Kasi very AI-centric din kami sa company. So parang from 5 hours inputting yung mga POs, na-shorten down siya to 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Like SM, Robinsons,
Right.
7-Eleven,
Yeah.
Pure Gold, all of that. So, so I have a lot more time to visit the accounts, to visit the stores, to check yung mga stores kung healthy ba yung yung displays ko sa stores, and to think about other ways para makahanap ako ng saan ba ako makakahanap ng growth, ng dagdag benta. Kesa yung parang ang 8 hours ko sa isang araw, 5 hours dun, puro admin.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos 3 hours na lang yung matitira ko para mag-focus on parang relationship building with the account, or parang think about other strategies na pwede naming pasukin para makapaghatak pa ng more sales for the brand.
Nice. Very nice.
Kasi I think we've all been there, di ba? Kahit pre-AI pa, yung ang daming admin work, di ba? Kaya kailangan natin mag-build ng SOPs, templates, code, system para maka-focus ka. Lalo, sabi mo nga, di ba, naging may in-handle kang accounts and ang maintenance, di ba? Magpo-push ka pa ng sales, relationship building, di ba? When you talk about sales, kasi ako nag-sales din ako before, ano ba ibig sabihin? More orders from you, from Novelino, from the company? Or ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Parang another location pa ba? Or
there are 2 types of sales kasi. Number 1, yung primary, meaning from us to the customer.
Direct.
And secondary naman is from the customer to the consumer. Meaning the customers are the accounts. Yung mga supermarkets, yung mga distributors. Sila yung mga customers. Kami yung manufacturer kasi. We manufacture. We supply the goods. So yun yung primary sales. Now, you can look at it in 2 ways. But ultimately, it's supposed to go hand in hand. Na primary sales should also be the same story as the secondary sales. Kasi kung ano yung ilabas namin, yun din dapat yung nakakarating sa consumer. So when it comes to sales, it's good na primary mataas, pero it's bad if secondary mababa. Kasi meaning, we're just loading the customer. Parang
wala naman demand sa kanila.
nag-oversell tayo sa customer, but the consumers aren't really purchasing, aren't really buying your product. So you have to also find a way to reach the consumer.
Agree.
Kasi kaya most of the marketing strategies that we do is consumer-centric. Not really customer-centric, but consumer-centric.
Okay.
Para yung mga distributors din, yung mga clients nyo rin talaga.
Parang
Ma-push din sila mag-order ng more volume. Mabenta pala to.
Kasi
Diba? Bigger profit margin, so dagdagan pa natin.
So sa end user, sa end consumer.
Pero you mentioned like yung O&D comprises like 40% of the business, October, November, December. What do you do? Like, anong usually yung ghost month? Kakagaling na natin ng August. Di ba? Ano yung mga...
ghost month pa ata tayo.
Pero 40% galing sa 3 months lang na yun, ha? Laki.
Well, for mga yung mga non-peak season or non-peak months, syempre, everyone naman, all brands have these certain months na hindi peak yung ano na.
Not lean.
So, kanya-kanyang diskarte yan talaga. You have to create certain promotions or certain
Offers.
marketing solutions that will parang hindi may iwan yung brand nyo or leave it hanging. Kumbaga, you have to parang rin yan same as yung mga ibang brands like even even let's say mayonnaise, Ladies Choice. 'Di ba? Pasko. Ang lagi nilang
mas
pinapasok.
gamit siya.
Always.
Pagpatak ng September, makikita mo na agad si Jose Marichan
At then,
to build up towards that season. So everything that we do is also not really just to build up the season but to make parang to keep the brand relevant during the times na hindi pa siya ganon ka-season. Kasi parang isipin ng mga tao, hindi, December lang to or ganyan, pang-gift lang to. Pero you'll also find that in the accounts or sa mga stores, there are certain offers na you'll get na parang possible na cheaper mo siya makuha at this peak at this season na hindi siya peak compared to the
peak season, ONB.
the peak season, 'di ba? Off peak versus peak. More often than not, mas mura yung mga goods.
Yeah. So discounts, low
Possible.
rates,
Yes.
freebies, and
Or
stuff.
freebies.
Tsaka
or
magkaiba kayo
different
sa
types.
beer. Sa beer, malakas ang consumption talaga ng beer.
Consumption, yes.
Coffee, meron ganun din.
Yeah.
Sa wine, parang may certain kind of, hindi, kumpara sa European, di ba? More on,
Sophistication
European, lahat sila wine Sa US naman, parang more on beers naman sila, di ba?
Gusto nyo makita yung disparity across different countries. And masusurprise kayo kung gaano kalayo
tayo.
yung disparity.
Consumption lang.
Like we're still learning how
In terms of wine, in terms of wine consumption. Number one actually is the Vatican.
Sila talaga. Number one
The
consumption.
Vatican. Well,
Talaga.
pero hindi sila masyadong kinoconsider kasi iba sila maliit lang sila na country with a lot less people and they're within Italy. The Vatican consumes around 70 to 75 liters per person per year.
Grabe.
Ganon yun. But, the actual number one talaga is Portugal. They, ang consumption per capita is 61 liters.
Talaga.
And ang
tubig na sa kanila yun di ba?
Italy is only around 41 to 45%.
Talaga.
Australia is around 26 to 29.
Kasi may mga Australian wines din
But the Philippines, alam niyo kung ilan?
5%, 1%.
0.2%.
Negative.
Ay, 0.2%, not percent, 0.2 liters. So, around 200 ml lang per person per year. Ganon kaliit yung consumption.
Kasi sa iba, parang incorporated yun sa dinner nila, sa every food nila. Iba, every dinner may wine talaga.
Yes.
Ang iba, breakfast, lunch, dinner, may wine. Sa atin, parang pag events lang talaga, pag may birthday.
For special occasions.
Kung
May
kung
certain
hindi-
level of sophistication when
kung
you
hindi
see
beer,
wine.
di ba? Kung hindi hard,
Oo.
Because it's not like, I guess parang, do we have? I guess, yeah, we have yung nabanggit mo kanina sa Benguet na meron tayong Bugnay wine.
Oo.
Yes.
We have local wines pero hindi siya widespread throughout the country. May mga certain locations lang na gumagawa. So I guess yung familiarity ng Filipinos when it comes to wine, very low.
Oo.
And good thing that Novelino is trying to like push forward na makilala or ma-appreciate ng mga Pinoy yung wines by creating something
And
that's
it's
sa palate natin.
And it's healthy, di ba? Sa ano bang full health benefits ng wine? Ano pinasa ko yan?
Nakabasa.
Knowledge yung
Lahat
mindset
ata tayo nagbasa niyan. Lahat ng millennials pasok dyan.
Relatively naman talaga. It's a lot
Helps in
healthier.
digestion, something.
It's a lot healthier. And there are certain
Parang something about resveratrol na
Yes,
yan.
yes. Oo. And kayo ba, alam niyo ba yung difference ng white wine at red wine?
Alam ko lang pag red wine dapat sa meat.
White
wine
red
sa fish.
sa
Hindi,
red wine is for red meat.
Oo,
White wine is for white meat.
for white meat. Ganun nga ang inaano nila,
Yung
di ba?
pairing. Yeah.
Pero ano ba yung difference talaga ng red wine and white wine?
No idea.
It's very simple actually. They come from the same grapes.
Talaga.
Ang difference lang is yung red wine still has yung balat.
Pulp. Okay.
Okay.
And that's actually
Kaya yung color
Mm.
nandun. That's why.
doon nanggagaling yung healthy.
Okay.
So for me, I think mas healthy talaga ang
Si
red
red
Oo,
wine.
ako.
Okay.
grapes. Same grapes. We have Novellino uses just one variety of grape.
Okay.
And we source that outside the country. So meaning kasi the way the wine business works in other countries is medyo economically sayang. Kumbaga sayang kasi ang ginagawa is so the farmer produces the grapes, tapos the farmer sells it to a juicer, and the juicer sells it to a winemaker, and the winemaker sells it to a supermarket or a retailer. But here in the Philippines, ang ginawa natin sa Novellino is we only source the grape and everything else is done by the company.
By the company na.
Oo. So parang hindi siya nagte-trickle down.
Kasi parang wala kang, yun nga, may big na yung pero ba't doon pa kayo nagsosource? Hindi ba siya parang magkaroon ng plantation ng wine
We
dito?
can
nasa
grow
lupa
we
ba
can
yan?
grow the same type of grapes here sa Philippines.
Sa
yung
quality ba
specific-
yun ng lupa
Yeah.
or
Oo.
parang gano'n?
And the climate. Kasi the specific variant of grape or the variety of grape that we use is Vitis vinifera. And it only parang nakukuha lang siya from temperate countries. And magkakaiba pa ng season. So let's say for kunyari, let's say for January to ganitong month, dito lang namin siya makukuha sa Argentina.
Ganun ba
For-
talaga yan?
This period, doon na namin siya makukuha sa Italy. Iba-iba. Basta mahanap lang namin yung specific variant ng grape na yun because for consistency, of course. And yun yung parang best variety of grape and the most common variety of grape that we use for winemaking talaga.
Talaga.
Coffee.
Ganun.
Lazy cup.
Ganun talaga minsan kasi di ba, parang ever since naman, di ba, kaya nga nag-travel yung mga Spaniards kasi para maghanap ng spice kasi hindi naman nila mag-grow yung spice sa lugar nila, di ba?
Yes.
Parang
Exactly.
sa US, sugarcane. Iba, ganito naman sa Europe, medyo so wine, di ba? Parang ganun.
Isa sa mga sinasabi ng boss ko is kaya kaya daw naghihirap ang Pilipinas is ito yung isang biggest example niya is that we produce sugar in the Philippines and we sell it or we export it to a different country for a very low price. Then we buy back that sugar
Oo nga
in the form of candy.
Yes.
Diba?
Siguro
They
kasi
use our sugar to create certain products and we buy it from them at
At a higher
at
cost.
an exponentially higher cost.
Kasi sila yung sila nagpa-process. Hindi lang yun sa sugar, di ba? Parang sa bakal or metal something. Sila lang yung may ability na mag-process. Di ba? Wala naman tayo dito mga plantations or mga factories kasi lahat naman
We can. May mga gumagawa rin naman ng candy dito, di ba? Example lang yun. But we can naman all the
sugar.
if you think about it, all the consumer good items natin sa supermarket, kaya naman natin gawin.
Talaga.
Ano ba yung naiisip nyo na hindi natin kayang gawin?
Hindi ko alam. Parang may
Meat,
nabasa ako something.
Dairy, lahat
Pero
naman.
parang hindi sa parang sa oil. Hindi ba
Oil?
sa oil or sa parang sa metals?
We have palm oil din.
Di ba parang sa metals, di ba yata? Dito yata.
Hindi, sa consumer goods.
Sa consumer goods.
Di ba? More often than not, kaya din naman natin gawin Pero ang ginagawa, parang lang din yan, usapin lang din ng ng rice na ine-export pa
Kaya
natin.
kayo bro sa Vietnam nung last time, sarap ng rice.
Sarap ng rice, diba?
Lakas sila.
Oo.
Tsaka the reason sa kanila, mas mura pa bro doon kumpara sa Pilipinas.
Actually, ako, nung pumunta ako ng Vietnam, that was in 2022, ako, south to north ako, 10 days.
Talaga. So,
Tapos ang nagastos ko lang sa around 30,000 pesos.
di ba? Kasi ang mura nila. Ang mura ng Grab na angkas nila.
70 pesos, 50
Ang mura,
pesos.
ang mura ng food nila. Sa food, nagigets ko kasi locally sourced din sa kanila lahat eh.
Yeah.
Doon, wala silang ini-import. So, cheaper talaga, di ba? Parang,
Sorry.
Sige lang.
Yun nga, yung banh mi nga nila doon is ano eh.
Solid ang banh mi.
Solid.
Solid ang banh mi, bro.
Tapos kung titignan mo yung... Okay lang. Yung banh mi sa ano, di ba? Sa Vietnam. Compare mo sa Pilipinas na ang price-wise, dito, magkano? 200 to 300 pesos, di ba? Doon parang yung mga makikita mo sa bangketa lang, tapos sobrang solid na yung lasa. Pero ang price niya kung i-convert mo sa around 30 pesos, 40 pesos.
Kasi di sila makakapag-price compete dun eh. Kasi parang sobrang mura na ng mga products, di ba? Pero yung sa angkas, ang mura. 30 pesos. Nag-angkas ako ng 40 pesos.
Oh. Yung ano niya, yung parang feeling mo if you convert it into peso, medyo mas cheap.
Oo.
Yeah.
Cheaper
So,
talaga.
I find it also mas mura.
Ako, I always suggest people na ano eh. And nire-recommend ko talaga sa mga tao na mag-Vietnam. Ang mahirap lang doon talaga yung language barrier. Mahirap makipag-usap.
Tapos sa airport pa lang, my God.
Anyway, isa ngayon, meron naman sa translation.
Google Translate,
yeah. Lang para super
Pero cost, no. Mas mura pa doon kaysa sa Siargao eh.
Sa anong country ang gusto mo mapuntahan, bro, when it comes to wine na parang gusto mo makita yung
Italy
vineyard nila?
Italy talaga. Kasi we're actually aiming to it's possible na if we hit our targets, we might go to Italy next year. We might go to Italy next year.
Or Or tayo ma-order ng local lang. So,
Pepperoni.
Yes.
Talagang paborito ko.
So, yun naman siya, bro. Pero usually, ang main question talaga namin sa lahat, kasi nagtatrabaho ako sa Nobilino,
Yeah.
is nakausap na si Mama Lodia.
Yeah.
Curious. You've met her in person.
Yep.
Sometimes is she part of the meetings? No, not
No.
really. The partner is the one handling the business.
Yeah.
Pero she sometimes shows up sa mga events and stuff like that. I guess.
Actually, we call her Boss A.
Oh.
Boss A. Boss Alodia. She's the brand ambassador of Novelino. And she's the wife of my boss, Sir Chris Kimbo. And she's actually very nice. Super as in very nice. And mukha siyang manika. Lit ang mukha. And very pretty, very very approachable. Actually, she's very approachable. And she's always with our events. Nung I think it was last month, yung event ko was the WOFEX or the World of Food Expo. And they went up there to shoot a video to promote the event. Or the brand rather. And very parang I think desensitized is the term.
Kasi
Dati, nung first time ko siya ma-meet, syempre na starstruck ako.
Yeah.
Pero nakakasama namin siya sa mga outings, sa family day namin, sa what do you call this? Christmas party, 'di ba? Kasi lagi naman siya kasama. Minsan, casually, magda-drop by siya sa office. Magla-lunch sila ni sir. Ganyan. And we've also, syempre, seen Cameron. Yung anak nila.
Okay. Pero, when it comes to like sa key account supervisor, do you still get like new clients or sa existing clients sa 20 key accounts mo na ang focus mo?
Is it enough? Or do you want more?
More on siya. Kasi the division of work or the division of the accounts is fixed na siya. There are certain accounts lang na nagsiswitch from indirect servicing to direct servicing.
Okay.
Meaning, kapag indirect siya is may third party pa or may distributor pa na
Or
dumadaan.
may middleman.
Yung distributor pa yung nagsiserve dun sa account. But, I transact with the account or I talk to the account as well directly.
Yeah.
Pero there are certain accounts na bumitaw na sa pagkakaroon ng distributor and they went direct to us na. So we're the ones serving them directly already. Not through the distributor anymore.
So nag-change lang yung positions, no? From being the direct person
Yeah.
down to...
And that takes a lot of...
Sa source ko bro, sino ang distributor dito talaga? Meron ba kayo dito?
Who's handling
Or
first of
direct na
all?
kayo sa STM?
we have depende. Kapag key account siya, siyempre direct or to us. Pero kapag mga local groceries and local key accounts like LCC,
Yeah.
through distributor siya.
So, ibig sabihin, pag example, gusto ko gumawa ng medyo malaki-laking karinderya na soup,
May wine or may liquor shop ka ganyan.
may ganun.
Pwede.
Direct sa inyo talaga.
Through the distributor.
The distributor na.
Unless yung business size mo is sobrang vast na economical siya na i-serve namin direct.
Yeah.
Parang mayroon ka gentleman's club na puro wine and spirits.
No, kung kaya nyong mag-consume ng around 1,000 cases per month, why not? Pwedeng i-direct
So yun,
So at least 1,000 case.
mga ganun. Let's say ganun. Kasi kailangan dapat maging economical siya to go direct with that because syempre galing pa sa amin
the price is low,
and
etc.
And
and
delivering that would entail syempre a lot of
costs on your end, yeah.
I think it's the same sa lahat ng mga consumer business na may mga distribution, di ba? Parang amount of consumption in a month. Di ba? Dun din makikita eh.
Nakadepende siya. As long as it's economical to serve the account, then it's okay to go direct.
Actually, kanina I've been meaning to ask kung ano yung style niya or secret niya in closing deals. But I think he was able to answer it already kasi he mentioned that instead of just focusing on the sales itself, you decided not to go directly but rather see kung saan pwedeng i-streamline yung operations wherein you can prove yourself na you're better than the others, na you can deliver well and you can keep your promises pagdating sa payments, supplies, etc. Any other points that you would want to share aside from that? Because I think earlier I already learned na streamline is key. That's also where you get to save costs. And then later on, papasok yung sales.
Yeah. Well, I think one key aspect as well that's needed is expertise. Knowing your market, knowing the brand, knowing consumer behaviors and all that, as well as expertise in terms of the numbers.
Okay.
Like, every time you present to the account, you have to be credible enough. And your numbers should actually really paint the picture of what's really happening in the trade. So let's say for example, you wanted to gusto mo sanang kay account na magdagdag ka ng 1,000, let's say 1,000 orders
more
of
than
this
usual, no?
this product kasi kailangan siya ng trade or there's a demand for it. And how do you do that? Syempre, you show them kung ano yung nakikita mo or ano yung mga na-find mo in the market with a backed up with numbers para maintindihan nila and you tell the story in a way na ma-realize nila na tama yung sinasabi niya. And let's do it.
Yeah.
Kasi if we do it, meaning hindi lang kami yung magigain dun, even them.
Yeah.
Kasi if what you really point out to them really checks out, then yung return din sa kanila nun is malaki.
Correct.
Diba?
I
This
think
also goes back to your statement earlier na yung
Mm.
win-win scenario.
Yes, exactly. It's always a win-win scenario
Yeah.
dapat.
Oo. Yes, Carl.
And I think it's the same, right? It's just like basic sales strategy, di ba? I've been like doing
Sounds
sales
basic
ko.
pero
Oh, ganun
people
talaga
forget
siya, no?
about it.
Kasi we may have like viewers watching if they are having planning to be a sales representative for a company in the
Mag-start
future,
pala.
either locally or internationally. They should understand these things, di ba? Na parang it's not about all hitting your KPIs, but what's in it for them too, di ba? What's the client would have to think, what's in it for me? Bago ako bumili sa inyo,
Yeah,
bakit
yung with
hindi
him.
ikaw, di ba? Diba? Mga ganung bagay.
Minsan kasi I've encountered a lot of other other salesmen,
Account managers, di ba? Mga ganun.
account manager, salesmen, basically na aggressive eh.
Yeah.
Sobrang aggressive na.
That doesn't work now.
Bili, benta. Kumbaga,
Sometimes
ang sukatan nila ng the
Numbers
level
game.
of their expertise in the certain position is benta lang ng benta. But they don't take into consideration what's going to happen in the trade.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, as long as ako mahit ko yung target ko, bahala na sila. Ganon,
Basta may commission na.
You have to think long term eh. What's going to happen? You have to align everything na in a way that by the end of the year, you don't have a lot of stocks, or you just have the right amount of stocks by the end of the year. That's good forecasting. Meaning, sige, mag front load ka ng stocks during this time, but make sure that by the end of the fiscal year,
Tamang-tama.
sobrang sakto lang yung mo, yung stocks mo dun sa account or dun sa trade, in a way na para by the start of the year, you're parang you're starting with a clean slate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kasi it creates problems eh kapag kunyari benta ka lang ng benta, basta lang mahabol mo yung benta. Sometimes you really have
Exhausting to a point.
Sometimes you really have to take or bite the bullet na tipong hindi
bro.
talaga
It's
ako
okay.
makakahit.
Yeah,
Hindi
it's
talaga
okay.
makakahit.
Oo.
Kesa naman i-sacrifice mo yung
Yeah.
succeeding year mo.
Yeah.
Na tipong mabenta mo nga ngayon ng mga lumagpas ka ng 10%, 20% sa target mo. Pero at the start of the year, wala kang benta ng 3 buwan. Kasi yung tindahan mo, punong-puno pa, sumusuka pa ng stocks.
Sumusuka.
Di ba? Di ang nag-suffer yung following year mo. So you're not thinking long-term.
Exactly.
You're thinking short-term. Basta lang mahit mo yung anong kailangan mo ngayon.
Exactly. Kasi part naman sa kahit yung forecasting di ba?
Yes.
Parang yun ang mag-identify sa iyo kung gaano ka as a good salesman. Kasi we have like cycles in a year, di ba? Magaling ka magbenta in a month, pero like yearly, paano ka, di ba?
How about your performance for the
Exactly.
entire year? Yeah.
And we are paid like the best paid people in the world are those that are thinkers, di ba? Na nagplano.
Yeah.
Gaano tayo kagaling mag-forecast, mag-see into the future.
Yeah.
Di ba? And that takes like experience. Hindi mo yan madadaan sa
Yes.
YouTube, di ba? As
Yes.
much as YouTube can teach you.
Speaking of experience, Tito. Just kidding. You've had a lot of roles na naging position mo from your previous employers. I guess right now it's easy for you to do all of those things kasi backed up ka with experience, no? Am I right?
Yeah.
Kasi pagdating sa numbers, he's very familiar of it, comfortable siya with it. Also when it comes to building relationship, kung paano niya kinikip yung mga stakeholders niya. Kanina you mentioned na some salesmen, they focus more on numbers, pero ikaw, you look at numbers differently. At by the end of the year, kung ano ba yung magandang position where you should be.
Exactly.
Diba? Pero mas pina-value, mas valuable ang customer experience. Kasi selling it doesn't stop from selling, no? It's how you continue the relationship. Kasi dun ka naman talaga eventually kikita.
Kasi key accounts yun eh. Recurring ang inaabangan nila eh. Hindi yung one time
recurring. Yep, correct.
Yeah. Kasi talaga, you have to build yung nyo eh. Repurchase, kumbaga.
Repurchase.
Hindi yung tipong, basta lang matry.
Oo.
One time purchase lang.
Tama.
So, wala na. you have to be able to reach the consumer. That's number one. In consumer goods, kaya nga siya tinawag na consumer goods, is you have to reach the consumer, not the customer. I mean, the customer is just there to provide it to the consumer.
Okay.
Kasi, kung pwede lang, may retail stores kami. Diba? Di kami na lang magbenta.
Why do we need them?
We
Diba?
don't need the customer anymore. The accounts, the supermarkets, or the convenience
You can
stores.
directly sell.
Pero, that's not how it's supposed to be. Kumbaga, kung gusto mo na one-stop shop ka, ikaw ang nagpo-produce, ikaw yung nagbebenta,
Swiss Army knife ka lahat na sa'yo, di ba?
I think it's going to cost you a lot, number one, and it's going to take up a lot of your time as a business owner, diba? Kailangan mo dapat, you have to delegate some things din.
That's the key.
Pero yeah, experience, I think one of the pinaka-importante for me in terms of sales or dito sa industry na kinakalagyan ko ngayon is number one, yung soft skills talaga ang kailangan. The soft skills.
Which you only learn by experience.
Oo. Which you only learn by experience.
Oo.
But,
Hindi siya tinuturo sa college eh.
hindi.
Hindi mo siya matuturo sa... Siguro mga gets mo siya sa mga clubs nyo sa college. Siguro.
Yeah, extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, we have, fortunately, I've abundant experience with, even in college, talaga. Iba rin yung kapag laki kang org, ganyan sa university, na hindi ka lang puro aral, lumabas ka talaga and you joined organizations and you learned how to handle events, handle people.
Exactly. Kasi ganun sa college eh. Di ba yung pag-organizing events, di ba may mga org kayo.
Correct.
Either nasa arts or kahit nasa sports, nag-organize kayo ng events, you're getting money, di ba? You're building something. That ability will transition sa future mo, di ba? Even for like college students, di ba? Magtitingin sila, what's your experience? But we made this revenue in our event from college, di ba?
And I think that's the reason why yung employability of people, I'm not pero the employability
Gustong topic yan.
of people from the top 4 universities, especially from UP, is primarily because kapag nag-a-apply ka ng work for the first time after graduating, hindi ka zero eh.
Yeah.
Hindi ka parang zero. The reason why ang taas ng employability rate ng UP students is because majority of the students in UP are active participants of organizations in college. Number one talaga. I myself am part of a lot of organizations in college. Not just one, multiple talaga, like mga around 5, more than 5.
Para tayo, parang ganun din ako college, puro lang ako org.
Yeah, yun nga eh.
Parang
BS org na eh. BS org.
BS org po kaya ako, bro.
Minsan, sinasakripisyo mo yung ACADS mo para sa org.
BS dance troupe.
Ganun talaga.
Nakita ko dati yung mga...
Guilty.
And that builds eh. And even in the top 4 universities, kasi even in Ateneo, in LaSalle, they have those din.
Yeah.
They have a lot of organizations. And that's a difference na nakikita ko sa other schools, other colleges, other universities na walang ganung culture eh.
Meron sila grade
sila parang aral talaga sila. And also meron sila organizations pero yung mga org na sign up lang. Na tipong membership fee lang tapos member ka na ng org pero wala lang kayong ginawa.
Sino ba kasi yan?
Masabi lang sa credentials
lang. May tendas, may ganun.
Masabi lang na meron kang org pero technically wala naman kayong ginawa.
Sige nga. Just to wrap things up, Carl. Can you like, kasi we're talking about wines, Novelino, your job right now and all that, your experiences. Are you a wine enthusiast?
Red wine.
Are you there already? Parang everyday ba hinahanap?
Hindi naman. Kung may available. Kasi dati nang nagawa ko sa Manila, bumili ako ng isang crate ng wine. Kasi nakita ko siya na parang 300 per bottle.
Sale.
Sale. Bumili na ako ng ganun. So, maganda kasi pwede mo i-regalo, pwede mo i-consume.
Alright, okay.
May ganun.
Sige nga, how are you going to convince us and to our listeners and viewers right now to buy wine, if not Novelino wine?
Well,
Inom
actually, that's the mission of the Vino. It's not really to convert the beer drinkers into wine drinkers or the brandy drinkers into wine drinkers. The mission is to convert Filipinos into wine drinking. Hindi necessarily yung mga umiinom na. Kasi may mga preferences na sila eh.
Yeah.
Usually, more often than not, may sariling preferences sila. Kahit
Genie.
ipatry mo yan ng wine, kung brandy person talaga yan, brandy talaga iinumin yan. Kung beer person talaga yan, beer talaga iinumin yan. So, ang ginagawa namin, we're more focused on converting the younger generations. Kasi every year, we have
Teach them young, ganon.
every year, we have, ilan? 20 million, around 20 million people turning to 18. So we focus there.
Okay.
We start there.
Gen
And
Z, targeted na kay Gen Z.
and hopefully, the mission is hopefully in 10 years, possibly or within a certain period of time, yung 0.2% consumption, 0.2 not percent, 0.2 liters per person na consumption per year, mataasan na natin maging 20 liters. Tipong, let's make the Philippines a wine country.
Okay.
Diba? Why not?
Tsaka it's good
Why
for...
not?
Kasi ang naalala ko na kasi binabasa ko
Why
nung
not?
college nung sa men's health eh. Resveratrol, good for the heart.
Yeah.
Diba? Kaya uminom talaga ako ng wine, red wine specifically, hindi sa white wine. Pero ngayon ko lang nalaman na ang red wine pala is kasama yung balat. Actually, nag-notes ako kanina kasi ang dami kong, uy, ganito pala to.
Yeah.
Well, kung gusto nyo ma-convince to go into wine, I say,
Try.
ang maganda kasi sa wine, like, even consuming, for me yung isang bottle ng Rosso Classico, for me, sakto siya.
Okay.
Rosso
If I
Classico.
consume one bottle of Rosso Classico, just myself,
For one day? Or
Hindi,
one
kunyari,
sitting?
sa
One
inuman
sitting.
session, kunyari, di ba, gathering kayo, kunyari, pupunta ka sa
Mahaba
isang
naman yun.
reunion ng mga friends. O, magdala ka ng sarili mong bote ng Rosso Classico. Ako, pag ininom ko yan, yan lang ang inom ko buong gabi, yung amats ko, at the end of the night is sobrang sakto.
Sakto lang. Right?
Like,
Chill lang.
dili ka mamaoy.
Hindi ko yan.
Hindi ka mamaoy, pagising mo hindi masakit ulo. Yung, alam mo yun, yung saktong buzz lang.
Ako,
Okay.
di ko naalala na may experience na ano ako sa wine. Parang good vibes lang siya paggabi.
Medyo ano siya,
Masarap ang tulog mo paggabi.
medyo downer
Okay.
ang ano niya, ang effect niya.
Nagiging slow pace.
Kasi si Ariel dito sa showroom, di ba, you organize like events and sometimes you offer like other beers and other wines. So,
Wine and cheese.
actually, pag may wine,
Ah,
nung last time we were event tayo, sana kung may wine,
yeah.
benta mo.
Variety, yeah. Actually, meron akong sarili recipe for sangria.
Kailangan mo na.
meron tayo niyan.
sarap. Actually, a lot of my friends prefer yung sangria na
sangria.
namin. But for me, ako number one ko is Rosso Classico talaga.
Si mama, paborito yung ganyan.
As a tito.
Pag December.
Di ba?
For
Ganda is a classic.
Kasi pag sa inuman, 'di ba, kapag kunyari Alfonso or Fundador na lang yung iniinom, madaya na ako uminom eh.
Yeah.
Especially at this age, 'di ba?
Pareho sa...
Nagkakadmamin siya, guys.
Di mo kami visto kung saan
Umamin
Nagkakapulatan
siya.
na lang tayo, 'di ba? Parang 10 tayong umiinom, tapos 1 litro lang ng kunyari ng brandy yung yung binili. Tapos 3 oras na, hindi pa rin ubos. 'Di ba? Unlike nung college na tipong yung isang bote 30 minutes ubos na yan eh. Tapos natin parang
Ini-enjoy mo na siya.
ini-enjoy na lang siya. So why not wine, 'di ba?
Tama.
Diba? Why not Novelino?
Why not?
'Di ba?
Bro?
Oh, sige,
If you think
sige.
about it, sinasabi ng mga
Yeah.
tao, ang cheap daw yung Novelino eh.
They say?
Eh, sabi nila, 'di ba? Cheap.
Hindi nga binibili kasi mahal.
'Di ba?
Mas mahal bang nabili nyo?
I mean,
Hindi,
wine.
compared to
itself, diba?
compared to the other wines, yes, it's cheaper. The price point is more affordable or more parang affordable than the other imported wines. But you have to consider na hindi kasi siya imported.
Kaya cheaper.
Try mo, kunyari imported yung Novelino, syempre pag pinatawan din niya ng tax. Syempre, mamahal din yan. But if you compare it with the other brands, medyo malapit lang yung difference niya. So technically, kung yung brand na yan, local lang yan, walang tax yan, mas mura pa, mas cheap.
Yeah.
Mas cheap pa
Actually,
yan.
So you're getting more out of it.
No.
So, nagbago na yung tingin ko ngayon.
Actually,
Bili ako ng wine mamaya.
Parehas tayo.
Lagi kasi sinasabi ng mga tao, ay hindi, cheap yan eh. Pero no.
Yeah.
It's actually at a really good price point.
Okay.
Tama.
If you compare it to parang Australian wine na binili na
Oo.
imported here na that costs around 700 to 800 pesos.
Yung
Pero actually,
sabi niya actually
Kung sa Australia mo yan binili, ang
it's
presyo
way
niya,
more cheaper.
Di ba punta ka ng
More
Australia, di
cheaper.
ba?
Oo, talaga wine lovers.
mura lang din doon ang wine.
Mura
na-
wine nila.
Siguro tingin ko lang sa ano bilhin no kung mag-rebranding sila ng alam mo yun sa bottle ano yun yung sticker ano tawag yan label
Ay, yung pinaka-label.
usually ba ganun eh nare-revamp yung tao pag nag-rebrand
Actually,
sila
it's
ng
actually a new label already.
Oo,
Yung old label namin is a lot, a lot. Parang
yung
mala.
yung white na Novelino ganun di ba naalala
Plain and simple ata before.
Mm.
Ngayon medyo makulay na.
Yung ganito yung bote, ganyan yung mga label namin dati.
Tapos
Tapos, ngayon, na,
Ayan,
may
premium
ganyan
na,
na.
may colors na, may green ka
Oo.
na makikita.
Tapos, maano na siya. Mas na siya,
premium na siya
mas minimalist na yung atake niya.
Okay.
alam mo before kasi pag may mga events ako pupuntahan birthdays bumibili din ako ng wine pero inaamin ko hindi Novelino binibili ko kasi parang gusto ko makita ng guest na may nakalagay na Cabernet
Cabernet.
Ganun, di ba?
Okay.
Kasi ganun gusto pakita mo sa guest eh. Pero ngayon parang gusto ko na bumili ng Novelino.
Ito
Kasi
yung Cabernet
regalo sa
namin. Di ba, I told
Cabernet.
you we have the imported wines. Ito yung mga imported variants namin.
Cabernet.
Yan Novelino,
Ayan.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ayan, parang
That's
na-try ko na yan.
Ay, di ba try yan?
Yan, na-try ko na yan.
They're
Novelino.
Breganze wines. Yeah, Novelino yun.
Habang nabili ko Novelino, tapos parang ganun eh. Okay.
Ito yun, yung tatlo namin.
Oh, you buy it.
Ayan yung tatlo.
Cabernet
Ilagay namin
Try mo na lahat.
Makikita namin.
Matry mo na lahat.
Cabernet Merlot, and then the Rosso de la Hacienda, which is parang a mix of both. Yung kung gusto mo ng medyo strong yung notes, is Cabernet. Sa Cabernet ka, it's more parang
Super
may
wine.
cherry,
Very wine.
na may hint of all these parang strong flavors. Kapag gusto mo naman medyo light, is Merlot.
Merlot.
Pero kung gusto mo both, parang mix of both, you go with Rosso de la Hacienda.
Kasi it pays na malaman to eh. Para pag may birthday ka na pupuntahan, di ba? May something to talk about ka, di ba?
Mukhang hingi akong pasalubong kay Bim.
Naubos na. Naubos na ng mga
Yeah.
family ko yung
Pero sige,
Mga
final question before we end this podcast. Kenneth, may habol kang question kay Bim?
Medyo
Okay.
klase kaya.
Kailan pupunta dito siya?
Ah, kailan nung punta dito si Alodia?
Ayun.
Or inviting Alodia to visit.
Well, we're moving towards a different strategy in Novelino. I can't really say it, but we're trying to go into a direction that's non-traditional. So, or parang not really going into that direction, but
Try something new.
putting a lot more effort
Yeah.
in finding non-traditional channels or non-traditional ways of selling the
Yeah.
brand. So, why not in the future? Hopefully, we might be partners sa mga festivals.
Yeah.
Let's say Katanggayahan, di ba?
Yung bro,
Sponsored by
actually gusto ko.
Or si Bim baka magtayo ng Novelino shop dito, di ba?
Actually, tinatanong ko siya sa mga beer festival. Bakit walang wine sa mga beer festival?
Yeah.
Wine
Ano kapag
festival?
if
Why not?
Sige, sorry. Bim, you're in a relationship right now, tama? Okay. If you are to compare your partner
Ayun,
to a Novelino wine,
Ayun na.
what makes your partner a Novelino wine?
kung magiging wine siya,
Actually, she's here right now. She's listening. Ayusin mo yan, Bim.
kung magiging Novelino wine siya,
Yeah.
she'll be a luscious peach.
Okay. Why the luscious peach?
Kasi she's luscious and she's peachy.
Oh my God, bumenta na. Bibili ng luscious peach na Novelino wine. Di ba white wine to?
White wine, yes.
Guys ha, white wine, luscious peach.
Ganito bro.
Para malaman natin yung pinaglalaban ni Bim.
Uy, actually, paborito yun ni Alodia. Yung luscious peach.
Ilang percent yung alcohol niya?
4.5.
Okay, very light.
Light lang. Yeah.
Pero may kick.
May mga
Tawag.
may mga nag-try dati kasi parang naging TikTok trend siya na you mix red wine with condensed milk. Masarap daw.
Gen Z na nag-isip niya.
Tapos ang tinatry pa nila is yung
Katamis na.
yung dry wine.
Yung
Dry wine.
Yung red to talaga na
Yung-
mga Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yung wala na talaga
Cabernet
sugar. Yung mga ganun. Yes. Trinay nila with hinaluan nila ng condensed milk and it actually tastes good. Masarap daw.
Solid.
Okay, I guess we're good, no?
Pero but if there's one thing na talagang sa akin sa podcast na to is parang mas na-curious ako sa Novelino.
Oo nga.
Di ba mas may
Fair sa'yo, ha?
may thinking talaga.
Kanina, I wasn't expecting much. Bumuka yung bibig mo, matalino talaga si Bim.
Si Bim eh.
Actually,
Sinasikatan na naman ako ni Bim.
Actually,
Every time.
may nakalimutan
Solid
pala
bro.
ako. May
Sige,
nakalimutan
sige,
pala ako
pahabol si
i-mention.
Bim.
Yeah, so sa variants kasi namin, we also have our newest line, which is the non-alcoholic. So basically, this is 100% grape juice.
Grape juice.
The same grape juice that we do. Yeah. Yun. So
Oo.
basically,
Nakatatlong
we have
baso ako.
we have two variants, sparkling red and sparkling strawberry. So these are sparkling juices and wala siyang alcohol, meaning it's not fermented. So we just process the juice and then we
Para
make it
siyang
sparkle.
Para siyang wine cooler.
And this is the reason why very adaptable ang Novelino is because we made this during the pandemic.
Okay.
At the time na liquor selling was banned.
Oo.
Bawal na.
Sobrang at the heat of the moment, parang bigla ang decision, let's make juice. So, para to continue the business. And actually, and to tell you, fortunately, we made it. And we're, parang naisip namin it's a really good decision that we made it because currently, it's already our number 2
Talaga?
product.
Solid.
It's selling more than
Seller.
our wines, actually.
Okay.
Talaga.
And it's really good.
Because
Pwede siya na,
Because there's no alcohol, di ba?
No alcohol.
Pwede sa bata.
pwede siyang bata, pwede siya sa buntis. And, a lot more, the trend in the youth is actually, when I check, or when I, parang conducted a research, is they're parang going towards a more healthy option in terms of socializing. So, even to our Gen Alpha and Gen Zs, kapag Gen Zs pa lang pala kasi wala pang Gen Alpha na 18-year-old. So mga Gen Zs natin, they're parang they're gathering na wala talagang alcohol. Pero may iniinom sila and they have food and
Mga
parang
coffee party na
sparkling lang. And we noticed na there are a lot of these gatherings na we saw around TikTok on other reels and stories na they're choosing the sparkling red or sparkling strawberry ng Novelino.
As an
And
option.
we take this as parang the people choosing a lot more healthier options. So there's really parang the vision of turning these new 18-year-olds into wine drinking is not really a far-fetched idea. So meaning it's really
it's happening actually.
it's happening. Yeah.
Alam mo, Bim, hopefully mapanood to na podcast ng boss mo kasi the way you portray
Actually, I guess that's
about wine kasi kami mismo dami namin natutunan, it pushed us to buy Novelino, not just wine.
Agree.
So hopefully
try nyo.
your boss watches this and Mama Lodia. Ay,
Actually, I
On
called
our next podcast may
I
Novelino
was
dito.
I actually called yung boss ko kahapon. I said, boss, I'm going to be parang interviewed in a podcast here sa Sorsogon about Novelino. So sabi niya, yeah dude. Sabi niya, yeah dude, have fun with it. Ganun sabi niya.
Okay. Nice.
Wala kang ma-share ng mga strategy secrets.
Yeah.
Wala naman.
Well, very
Siyempre,
well versed and very
We're trained there. We know the law. Kung ano tayo sa batas.
You're only allowed to say things, but not everything.
Yes.
But overall, it's a good conversation, bro.
Thank you, Bim.
Yeah. Thank you din for having me. I was really excited. Actually, kung tanongin niyo man si Zai, very,
Looking
parang nung
forward
nasa
ka.
LB pa lang, kaya sabi ko sa kanya, interviewin din ako dun sa 470. Pina-follow ko sa kanya yung
Yung page.
yung podcast, yung
Kasi minessage kita before, di ba sabi ko na parang, hopefully Bim, pag andito ka, tayo, set up tayo ng
Ngayon, sabi ko sa kanya, may interview ako, tapos parang sabi ko sa kanya kanina, minamadali ko. Sabi ko, maligo ka agad. kasi baka malate tayo.
Last
Sayang naman yung oras.
Last yung speech, guys. Last yung speech.
Yeah, and I really hope na yung 4700 talaga mag-boom din.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Ako, I really...
And we're gonna feature you again. So hopefully with
When you come
next
back
time,
from
and
from work
hopefully
again.
better feedback from viewers as well.
Yeah, no problem. Kasi ako, lagi kami nakikinig ng podcasts. Talaga. Like,
Madaldal po si Bim. Which is
pero, good listeners din.
okay.
Kasi we listen to the podcasts eh.
Okay.
Nagre-react nga kami. Kahit kunyari, wala naman sila narinig. Nagre-react kami sa mga podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, bro.
Thank
Really
you,
appreciate
thank
the
you,
time for coming here as well.
Yeah.